Moving on now to West Asia. Saudi Arabia is reshaping its real estate landscape, and this time it's the foreign buyers who will feel the biggest impact. Beginning in January 2026, foreigners in Saudi Arabia will face new restrictions on property ownership under a regulation announced by the country's Real Estate General Authority, or REGA. According to reports, the rule will allow only registered ownership and will require full disclosure of all information from foreign buyers. The change stems from the new law on real estate ownership by non-Saudis, which was approved in July of this year. The law introduces a combined 10% levy in the form of fees and taxes on all properties owned by foreigners. This means that foreign investment in real estate will now be more closely monitored and taxed, with clear boundaries set on where and how such ownership can take place. Under the new system, 5 categories will be standing, and the situation is one that is developing. This means that foreign investment in real estate will now be more closely monitored and taxed, with clear boundaries set on where and how much ownership can take place. Under the new system, 5 categories of what authorities label as non-Saudis will be eligible to purchase property in Saudi Arabia. These include foreign individuals, foreign companies, Saudi companies with foreign shareholders, non-profit entities, and diplomatic missions. However, these groups will not have blanket access across the kingdom. They will be allowed to own residential or commercial property only within specific zones that will be designated by REGA. Detailed maps of these designated ownership zones are expected to be released soon, covering major urban centres such as Riyadh, Jeddah, Mecca, Medina, and other governorates. The maps will outline the permissible ownership ratios, type of property that can be purchased, and grace periods for compliance. All ownership will still remain subject to strict regulatory procedures, as outlined in the executive regulations accompanying the law. The broader goal behind this policy is to ensure that foreign investment supports Saudi Arabia's national priorities, not distorts them. Any violations of these rules will carry serious consequences. The authority has warned that properties acquired through false declarations will be confiscated and publicly auctioned, and offenders could face up to 10 million Saudi riyals in fines, or around $2.7 million. This entire reform aligns with Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030, the country's ambitious plan to diversify its economy beyond oil. The law defines a non-Saudi broadly, not just as individuals, but also foreign companies, organisations, and non-profits, whether or not they are based in the kingdom. However, one area remains largely off-limits: the holy cities of Mecca and Medina. Only Muslim foreigners and Saudi-based companies with foreign ownership may be granted limited rights in these cities, and even those will come with stringent conditions yet to be detailed. So while the doors of Saudi real estates are opening wider than before, they're opening with new locks, keys, and boundaries. And as 2026 approaches, the world will be watching closely to see just who gets access and how tightly those gates will remain guarded.
Want the facts?
The latest developments?
News that gets straight to the point.
Well, we've got all 3 just for you. This is Firstpost Live, a brand new show, your window into what really matters.
Don't miss it.